I'm driving through the city and seeing that was the panhandling being done by kids for different events, and see if anybody has an opinion on kids doing it, whether or not they would rather them to get asked for something for nothing, or be able to provide a service, whether it be some chocolate candy for sale or whatever. You know, your opinion is well worth hearing. You know, because I'd like to hear from everybody who has something to say about that, or about anything, whether it be you want to shout out somebody, or you want to say go Saints, you know, you want to say hello to your mama, or your daddy, or your girlfriend, or whatever it is. But what's up? We have our caller on the line. What's up, caller?
Yeah, how you doing, man? This is Anthony.
All right, you doing?
My major problem, I'm born and raised in Jefferson Parish. And until I bought me a house in New Orleans, I didn't never have to see children on the side of the highway, like you say, panhandling for quarters. I mean, to get uniforms for play sports or whatever the case may be that they're doing. You don't see that in Jefferson Parish, like talked about it. Okay. The reasons being is because if they're going to school and they have school teams at school, I mean, the system's supposed to provide their uniforms. And if they're not providing them, then it's our job to protest and make sure with our tax dollars that these children get what they're supposed to get. Okay. You know what I mean? Right. And if they're not going to school and they're not trying to play sports at school and they're playing it at a park or something like that there, off from school, then that park and playground is supposed to provide their uniform or whatever the case may be. That way, that keeps them kids from having to stand on the side of the highway and try to get their uniform because their parents can't afford it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So then that means it's on New Orleans, I mean, to provide for their children, whether it be the park or the school system, I mean, to provide for these children, to keep these children off the side of the highway. And if they're not doing it, then therefore it's up to the black people to protest or to bring the federal, because I'm noticing between Jefferson Parish and New Orleans, the black people is getting nothing.
Right.
You can tell me, and it's time for us to stand up and start bringing the federal government in here because it's too much corruption. And too much of just stealing and taking the money and not giving it to the children.
Right. And so you brought it, so it would be how we say how important it is to vote. Is also, even after you vote, to know who your different congressmen, your congressmen and your council people are, so you can put pressure on them to let them know these are some concerns that are some of our concerns. So that's a good point you brought up, to put pressure on our different district. Like if you have a park in your district, in a certain district, or find out who that council person is and let them know, look, these kids need this. That basically, to a degree, that's what you're saying, huh?
That's what I'm saying, and that'll keep our black children here in New Orleans off on the side of the street, because like you say, it's unsafe. Somebody can pick up and grab them children or anything else. I mean, when it comes to them children, in the city, in the system, don't care. I mean, it hurts me, just like you say, it hurts me to see these black children standing on the side of the highway because their family's poor, they don't have no money, they can't provide this and they can't provide that, and the system not providing it either. And these kids want these type of things because they see other kids have it. You know what I mean? And it's a shame because the average black person, and we as black people have to come together and protest and put pressure on the system. And if the system don't do it, we have to bring the federal government in here to make this system provide our football uniforms for these children, for the parks and the playground, and to provide it for the schools and band instruments for the band at school. And, you know, we have to make the system provide this because this is what our tax dollars are supposed to be paying for.
Wow, that's profound. Now I'm gonna have to do a whole other show on that. I appreciate that. You definitely, I mean, you did open it up to a whole nother spectrum. We actually paying for this stuff, and that really got by me. I appreciate this call. You enjoy yourself. You take care of yourself.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right, man. That was spine tingling. Now, yeah, you're right. We actually do pay for it, and we need to put pressure on our different congressmen and the leaders of those sports teams should know who that council person is in that district to at least know this is what we need. This is our budget. Make it happen. If not, you won't be in office next year. And what's up? We got another call online.
Yeah, hey, I was interested in that question you had asked. Listen, we live a block or two down the street from there, and plus we didn't have a daughter play on AAU basketball. We used to do like you say, bro, bake sale, rap. We even threw old time something. We raise enough money to go from San Antonio to Disney World. And there is a way you can do it, but I think that what really happens on these teams is that all of the parents gotta participate, and that's where it's not happening at. You know, that's where it's not happening. All the parents are not participating with their kids, and if they all get involved like we did, San Antonio to Disney World, bro. We was up and down the highway, 7 something.